Hello, I'm Brigantia Blackbird of the Blackbird Grimoire. Welcome to the daily forecast for Friday, July 26, 2024. It is the day of Venus. It is the day of love. We have a waning gibbous moon. We are in Leo season, the Celtic tree month of holly, salmon season, Saturn retrograde, Neptune retrograde, Pluto retrograde, and we are going to have a special focus for the Chiron retrograde. It is beginning today. So let's talk about all of this. To begin with, what is Chiron or Chiron? I'm not sure what the real proper pronunciation is, but I usually say Chiron. So if I'm wrong, you can let me know in the comments, I guess. But what it is a large asteroid-esque body that has an orbit that's roughly between Saturn and Uranus. So it's pretty far out there. But in Greek mythology, Chiron was one of the centaurs. He was the son of Kronos and Philaera, and he was considered to be the wisest and the most just of all of the centaurs. And he represents the archetype of the wounded healer. And the Chiron retrograde is going to involve reliving old wounds. So the retrograde begins at 8:59 a.m. Central Time. The retrograde will end at 3:13 p.m. Central Time, Sunday. So this is. Sorry for the little blip in the audio and video there. But this particular retrograde is going to be with us for a while. So we're going to have a lot of opportunity to work on the issues that it stirs up. So Chiron in Aries, it represents a wound that involves self-confidence and independence. And the retrograde Chiron in Aries is a journey in restoring the heroic spirit. You're going to take what was removed from you, what was shaken within you, and you're going to bring it back to a healthy condition and to a heroic level. And healing in Chiron is going to be a process of healing from the inside out and knitting together of the soul. So this could be very intense work. So if these themes are really resonating with you, well, this is your little sign that this is the moment to really start addressing some of those issues, because Chiron's going to start them up anyway. So you might as well settle your accounts with them. Now for the rest of the astrology for today, we have, of course, the sun in Leo, a fixed fire sign representing achievement. Now I need some water. Okay, going on. The moon is in third quarter Aries, cardinal fire, which represents being temperamental. And then at 5:14 p.m. Central Time, it goes void, of course. Mercury is in Virgo now, mutable earth, representing efficiency. Venus is in Leo, fixed fire, meaning to be ardent. Mars is in Gemini, mutable air, meaning to be pugnacious. Jupiter is in Gemini, mutable air, representing questing. And Saturn is retrograding in Pisces, mutable water, meaning to redefine dreams. Uranus is in Taurus. Sorry for the little blips. Once again, Uranus is in Taurus, fixed earth, representing renovation. Neptune is retrograding in Pisces, mutable water, meaning to spiritually awaken. And Pluto is retrograding in Aquarius, fixed air, meaning to examine intentions. So, for the retrogrades, we now have 4 of them. Isn't that exciting and thrilling for us? Reconsider commitments. I'm sorry right now, StreamYard is being really, really glitchy. Thank you for bearing with me. But again, Saturn retrograde, reevaluate goals, reconsider commitments, reclaim authority. For the Neptune retrograde, it's reimagine dreams, reclaim your sense of mystery, reclaim faith and magic. For the Pluto retrograde, reclaim ability to regenerate, reconsider what deserves your energy, release attachments that do not serve. And then the reminder for the Chiron retrograde, restore the heroic spirit. Now, for the moon phase, we have a waning gibbous. That means cleanse, banish, and break malevolent spells. For the void moon, your do's are relax, meditate, and yoga. The don'ts are spells and rituals, big decisions, business deals. We are going to have a little bit of a break from the intensity of the Aries moon this evening. So make the most of that to recover, especially if things got a little bit spicy in the last day or two. So it is the day of Venus. You might plan a quiet romantic night in with your sweetie if possible. Venus is radiating very passionate energy, and that passion only needs a focal point. So obviously this should be your spouse or your partner in life. The moon is going to be void this evening anyway, so step away from your altar, step away from your study, step away from all of the stuff, and just pay extra attention to your lovey. Today's tarot card is the Six of Wands. It represents triumph, good news, the crown of hope, a stately procession, a celebration of victory. And because this is the suit of wands, think fire element, masculine energy, projective energy, drive, and for the number 6, the second stage of completion. So we're looking at this. We're looking like something has gone well. This is an indication to me that our activities that took place during the Aries moon, we had some success. We got ourselves on the right track. We have success, and we can celebrate that now. So take that success with you. Let it fuel your confidence, and also keep in mind about what comes next, because after we enjoy our success, then it's what's the next step in the process. Now for today's Celtic Triad, it reads 3 gifts of charity: food, sanctuary, and instruction. So food, of course, this is obvious, that attends to the needs of the body. And so when one is engaged in charitable work, obviously you want to make sure that people are getting the proper physical nourishment. Sanctuary, a secure place of rest and recovery. People need to, they've been through an ordeal. They need a place where they can actually replenish themselves. And then instruction, that is improving the mind. This is a little bit more difficult. But when someone is going through really difficult times and they are reaching out for help and they're receiving that help, what they're also needing is to be able to better their situation so they can get into a situation where they are not in need of this kind of charity, to where they are able to look after themselves. And a lot of times that is going to involve them needing to learn new skills, or to at the very least change their frame of mind. So much of our mindset determines our ultimate realities. So if people want to get out of their difficulties, they're going to have to start changing their minds as well. Now for today's magical intention, it is romance, because why not? The color is pink, the plant is the rose, the animal is the bee, and the crystal is the rose quartz. So you might set the stage for a romantic interlude. Make use of these correspondences. They have energy that lend themselves to this purpose. It's a single pink rose in a vase for a nice intimate dinner with you and your sweetie. That can be perhaps all that's required, but use your imagination, have fun with it, and focus upon nurturing that bond you have. Now for today's practice, you might honor a love deity, work on your third eye chakra, ask yourself, what lesson have you learned from studying your Venus sign? Write a prayer to a love deity, and you, of course, can always listen to romantic music. And romantic music, that's pretty subjective. That depends upon your own individual inclinations and taste. But whatever that is for you, take a moment, listen to it, let it restore your spirit. And for today's journal prompt, we see here in the picture, we have a bit of a dark grotto hidden away. So step into this grotto, at least in the visionscape of your meditations. What mystical being do you think you might meet in this environment? And if you did meet them, what would you want to discuss? That is what I have for you today. Let me know what you think of today's forecast in the comment section below. And I will, of course, see you guys in the next one tomorrow. So bye for now.